What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 21, picking up where we left off at the Len on Mine. So from this point, the first thing we're going to be doing is just going on down to fight a mini-boss. Now, once he's out, we'll be worried about the items and everything else. But right now, he's our focus. So what I like to do is, for sure, get rid of, all the doggos, potential enemies, or just whoever's around. That way, we know for sure we have a, one-on-one fight with him. So, this guy's tough. He does have that plate going, like I said last episode. To get set up here, you want to make sure you have on that plate close potion. Even deflecting, like we are now, that status is still going to get through, guys, right? There's nothing we can do about it. You're only going to be deflecting physical, right? You cannot do anything about elemental. Come on, Stamina, give me a fucking break, Every time, and look at his posture gauge, completely back. Every time I start getting ahead on that, my stamina's just fucking depleted as shit. Yeah, see, it's already back again. Yeah, it just keeps coming back and keeps coming back. That's what makes this fight so hard. I mean, he's always been like that, just never this bad. You see that? It just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. There we go. That's just it. You just can't miss any deflections. If you land deflections, yeah, you'll break his stance, but you can't afford to fucking miss any, apparently. I thought we could miss one. That's weird too. Before we closed out, we definitely put all the stuff on we wanted for this episode, but I think the pre-save got me. It's okay. It's okay. So either way, guys, as we head on up, Labor Camp Behavioral Correction Manual. This is what I was telling you guys. All Khazan's been that we're not, murdered, executed, are being held here, and they're using them for slave labor. However, that's the details about how if they're hurt or they refuse to work, that they are going to kill them for that. They're going to feed them to the beast, so to speak, which you guys will, you're going to see play out later. You guys want to read that? That's what it's talking about. You'll have another chance to get this. I'd rather get it from here. That way we don't potentially fall off that beam when we're trying to break it. So it just, makes sense. So we're going to go on up. I like to try to get a javelin in this guy. Once again, we have that one-on-one fight. There should be some barrels. No. Okay. Maybe another change. I didn't write down, apparently. So I wrote down all the changes they've made with the updates. But there's a few I missed. Very, very, very minor things. Like the fact there used to be explosive barrels here. They're gone. Little things. But as far as items, set benefits being different, items placement, we have all the notes on that. But there's some differences. Yeah, you see how the explosive barrels are right here? There used to be some back there too. Either way, it's not a big deal. So, going up, this is your archer. We're going to take him out. You're going to take him out. That way, this guy usually kills himself. I think he did more damage to us. It's alright. He might fall. If he does, let him be. I don't think he'll even catch back up to us. So that's how you move forward. We don't want to do that just yet, because we want to make sure we make our way all the way up top. Pick up your target's gem. Now, you're going to be dealing with a lot of plague moving forward, guys. Like right here, that's plague. That's plague. That's plague. That's plague. And that's what I'm saying. It's fucking everywhere. So make sure you have on that, and enough of your plague test potions. So make sure you get him. Then we're going to drop here to the left. These guys are going to explode. You guys know the drill. But you might not see his big bro. That's the guy that likes to try to grab. Watch out. Are you going to blow up or not? Yeah. If they dive to the ground, that's where they blow up. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. Yeah, come on, hard ass. Thank you. Just watch out for that plague. Now you see, just getting grazed by here and there, it's just feeling on up, feeling on up. see that? If you get to him first, you don't have to worry about it. Now, it doesn't matter which way you take once you get to your fork of the road here. It's all the same shit, you know. It takes you the same place. There he is. So over here on the right-hand side, so there's gonna be a mage, there's gonna be an archer, then you got Big Bro. Can you just hit the fucker's head? That'd be different. Yeah, you want to try to get the mage and the archer before this happens, but, you know, if you can't, you can't. But we don't want arrows and all that bullshit while we're fighting this guy who's actually tough. So right over here, yeah, there is. He really does well with it. So since he noticed we're here, we couldn't one-shot him, but still, you know, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you get him. We can always get more superior, you know, it's not a big thing. I mean, if you guys are that worried about it, you know what I mean? No, problem solved. Alright, so here's your darling. Oh, darling, darling. Moving forward, there are going to be a few items to find. Then, you know, then we'll be picking back up. So, Plague Cleanse. Willpower. You know what's crazy too with the updates? They added all this nice stuff. All this nice stuff. But they've taken away too, because you used to have like 80 fucking willpower orbs by now. I found like 6 the whole playthrough. It's insane. I didn't know there was a thing. But usually you have a shit ton. We've hardly had any. So I'm hoping we start getting them more often. Yeah, that's done. Come on, stamina. I need you. Oh, you runner. That's alright, we'll heal. Stamina is really, really working against us here. So I told you guys, 40 is not enough, 50 is not. You've got to get 60, bro. If you do not have at least 60 stamina, you are in for a really bad time in this game. Yeah, I mean, you're putting on the big combos, right? Because the enemies have so much health, but that's the more immediate thing. The enemies have so much fucking health when you get towards the end of the game. This is just a basic guy, you know? It's a basic fucking guy, guys. That's it. Thank you. Should not be that difficult. You know what I mean? Should not be that fucking difficult. It's a basic fucking guy. But that's just what it is. So if you notice, we're constantly running out of stamina. We're constantly running out of stamina. We're constantly, and it really, really works against you. It's very irritable. Any other Souls game, I can have 25 stamina, wear whatever the hell I want. Never run out. Never. It's never an issue. This game, you could have fucking 50 and you're struggling. It's actually kind of ridiculous. You know, if I'm being honest, they could have done better. It's very poorly done. So either way, my nagging's over. For the time being, at least. If you stick to the left-hand side, that's going to be your shortcut. That's going to take us on down. I'm not worried about the damage. Let's go and get our health back. We're down to 2. Because from this point, you're really just pushing towards the back end of this place. And up to the final boss. Yeah, almost 45 stamina. There's no excuse for that, you know, no excuse for that. We were only laying on 3, maybe 4 hits at a time, you know, so I said you gotta reach 60, guys. You gotta reach 60. You also gotta line up those dodges and not really miss deflections. Like if you're hitting every deflection, you're lining up every single dodge, it works a bit different. But you got a guy blocking you, your shit's getting eaten up. You know, you're getting eaten the fuck up on your resources. It's not good. Alright, so once you get over from here, if you look to the far right, you should be able to go ahead and get him. Sometimes I'll pull someone else over. But he's an archer regardless. We don't want him around. should have been. Okay. Typically there's like an archer over here, which you can get to early. He might be around the corner where we can't reach him. You know, it's not a big thing. So what we're gonna do first is go grab this. Get out of the way. Alright. So, Cutthroat's Ring, that's a really nice set for our build in particular because it increases the damage from behind the enemy. So if you're behind, you get a damage boost. Thing about it is you won't get the necklace until next episode. It's in a side quest. Like I always tell you guys, if you're not doing all the content, knock them off. If you're not doing all the content, you're not going to get the full sets a lot of times. Now, there's a mage who's about to give us a really fucking hard time, most likely. He's not just a mage. He's one of your melee mages. So he's right over here. All we're going to do is piss him off, even though he's not looking. 7,600. 7,600. But he just has so much health. I've said this before. He's got so much fucking health. You know, do what you can. Try to stay aggressive. Stamina's gone. Oh, okay. No, we're not. Almost. Yeah. It's a rough one. Well, it's not fucking with you on that one. And you guys could put on Fire Cleanse. I don't want to overburden our loadout, but yeah, Fire Cleanse can be nice because there's only a few of them. You know what I mean? So I'll leave that one up to you guys. But you're only dealing with one here, one there. If you want to put it on, you can. But you know, we have Willpower Works, we have a buff, we have Plague Cleanse Potion. Then that would, you know, offer you like 5 items. Should be pretty, not offer, but that would have like 5 in your loadout. That's a lot of stuff to scroll through. Like I said, it's up to you. Plague is the more immediate threat. We can easily just get to our inventory as needed. You know, get your inventory as needed. So you can try to get ahead here and like take down this guy, but you're gonna rest as you go through, so it's pointless. I mean, I guess it's extra souls though, right? You know, 350 bucket something. All right, so once you get here, you're gonna meet one of Khazan's guys.
I refuse to believe it. You need to hurry though, sir. Yulian's been taken to the execution chamber. It's at hurry.
So he's about to go feed him to the beast, so to speak. You guys will see the beast. That will be the boss for next episode before we get into our side content. If you're not too far from it, I don't want to put it at the end of the episode because it's a really hard boss, or it can be. So instead, we're going to open up with it next episode. Make sure we do a nice detailed guide, but that's what we're doing. We're just working towards him for the time being. Now, you're going to be dealing with a lot of plague going through here, guys. So what we're going to do is just make sure you obviously get your Nexus. That's not a memory. There's going to be quite a few exploding boys. It's going to be the bigger versions of them, too. So for the time being, I just chill. Let them all come to you. There's more, right? But let everybody try to come to you, so at least you get them to hurt. Watch out for that plague. As I said, that's the more immediate threat. So going on over here to the left-hand side will be our optional stuff. Thank you. Quickly. Oh fuck, we're plagued. Yeah, look how just huge chunks of your health, guys. Huge chunks. They will be really quick here. See that? Really quick. This is a guaranteed chest. It's gonna get your dual set. It's a dual weapon set. It's a full set though. So claw slit, dual wield, trooper's ring, necklace of protection. So all that together, you know, is your full weapon set. You get the scroll for that upcoming too. So now that we have went full circle, we're going to go to the right hand side. Now there's a very sneaky soulstone. Did you even see that there? I know I did in my first playthrough. I ran around for 2 hours trying to fucking find that thing. I shit you not. When I was taking notes for the series, 2 hours. It was crazy, dude. I could not find it. Shit. We just hit the fucking guy. Alright, you know what? Watch out for those barrels. Get the one shot. Thank you, my good sir. Like I said, easily enough to get your stuff. Yeah, it's rough, because if he notices you, you're in real trouble. If he doesn't, then you can one-shot him with a javelin, but, you know, as soon as he notices you, that takes away. It takes away everything that makes that encounter easy. Okay. Rush him down. One of the weaker ones. Thank you. Yeah, that's why I was guarding when I was going through here. They usually get to you a little bit earlier. That's our memory. Our rake is we are inflicted with plague. It's almost impossible not to get inflicted right here. See what I'm saying? If you have a run through this zone without any deaths at all, you're using about 10 of your cleanses. So if you did not get that fucking scroll, you were fucked. If you have to go through it twice, yeah, you're fucked. That's all there is to it. Ring of Sealed Plague. That is something I want to go and swap to. And it's that unique quality. So you're already starting to find unique quality gear. That is the first item. Now, used to, before the update, after this mission, when you got to your next side mission, that's when you'd start finding unique quality stuff. But it's really nice. We're starting to find it now, you know, because of the updates. So when you get rare, if you guys remember, when you have uncommon, you have one random attribute. Rare has 2. Unique has 3, and they're usually at a higher percentage. So critical damage increase of 5.5. 44 max stamina. The enemy is exhausted. We get 26 more hits of damage. Which doesn't sound that much in this game when you're sitting here hitting enemies for 7,000. It barely moves their health. But when you're mixing up with all of your gear, yeah, of course, you know, it does add up, right? And there is your final boss. So that's all we're working towards right now. It's not going to be that easy, though. You still have one mini boss. You already see it getting kind of black and white here. This guy's a bit rough, to say the least. So let's make sure we're healed. Definitely buff up. Sometimes you can bring him to you, dodge, and smack him off the edge. That's... yeah. That's the ideal way to do things, but it doesn't always, you know, go that way. Actually, let's see here. The spear bow might be able to pull this off with the Shadow Relic. Don't hit the ledge. So, yeah, there we go. So he should be dead. Oh, you son of a bitch. There's no way, bro. There's no way he lived that. It's okay, because we can just rest and do it backwards. Either way. As soon as you get him down. Think golden cube. That's where that ring we just picked up, the plague ring, it used to be right here. Like I said, they made changes with the updates. Can we not get to him? He's too far down. Well, it'd be nice if we could just finish him up from here. That's alright, we'll rest and get back to it again. Shit happens, right? Shit happens. Alright, let's do it again. Might find a, you know, better position to fight him from, hopefully. Nice to get backstab. Let's try it. This might be even be the better way. Like I said, typically you can. Good God, will you recover, man? Typically you can try to dodge the smack off the edge. The thing of it is, if he survives, it's not going to do any good. Do you live? Nope, we got him. So that's, you know, that's the best way to do it, guys. It's the absolute best way to do it. But then you don't have to deal with this bullshit, you know. It's a tough fight. I mean, he's just like an elite soldier, but he's got way more health, does way more damage. But then when you add the plague on top of that, I mean, if he afflicts plague and smacks you one more time, you're dead. You know, that's it. So, not so bad. Could have went a little smoother, but we got it. Exactly what we were after. How far we are? Oh, we're only like half a level away from reaching our final tier and getting some really good abilities. Like for this one, trance can only be used after a spirit skill. This lets you use trance after any fucking attack. That is exceptionally powerful. We get the best upgrade for spiral thrust, which is really cool. Shadow relic. This one's really nice. You guys are gonna like that one a lot. And then this is gonna start throwing like elemental projectiles off of Eagle Wind. So that's gonna like throw arcs of fire or frostbite or whatever you have. So some really cool stuff coming not far away. I did want to check on that because I know it should be coming like right about now, so I want to look into it. 7 ought to do it. I know we're getting up there, but all right. So either way, guys, looking at the time, we could probably get through this fight now. It's not my notes for this episode, but give me 1 second, guys. I can just pull my notes over and maybe we can knock this out. Okay. So your next boss is the big beast of the mines, Shactuka, I think is how you say his name. This guy's a monstrous. In fact, you've not seen an enemy this. I mean, this guy is. See those like bones sticking up under the cave? That's how big he is almost, right? So going over his moveset, he's a really big beast. He's got this collar around his neck. So as far as his moves, he's gonna just do a series of slams, right, left, onto the ground. Usually it's like a five hit combo ending with a double punch down. So you're just deflect, get through it. Anytime you have his back, he can do a back kick. So you're gonna watch from that. If he does a big swipe and jump backwards, he'll usually lunge forward with the real. A very big bite attack, which you can deflect unless it's a grab attack because they look identical, then you will have to dodge that. Now, if you can deflect that or dodge, he usually falls right in his belly and you could really start piling up some damage. Now, he has 2 burst attacks where he does like the spin around swipe. It's minor delay, but it comes out really, really quickly, so obviously we'll be careful for this. If he tries to bite at you, usually will come 3 times, although I've seen him do it 2 times. He's going to be building up plague. During phase 2, his fist will glow almost pinkish red, so that's going to be for his plague. So we're doing the same thing here. Just make sure you have on your ring, make sure you have on your cleanse potion. He's exceptionally weak to fire. Anything else, we're just going to kind of go through live. It's one of those fights. It's gonna, we're not going to beat him down as fast as we can. I'm going to take my time, make sure that everybody understands this. And if you're doing a dual set, this is your best set in the game that you're going to get at this point. It's really, 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 really good. It doesn't do any elemental, but it boosts physical damage crazy. Then you boost, you add elemental damage, and yeah, you're just shredding through anything. It pretty much is all about just boosting damage by 20% here, boosting damage by 30% here, boosting stamina damage by 30%. Like, it's really powerful. So they've set Khazan up, luring him in here to save Julian, but really just trapping him for the beast. Like I said, really big guy spike collar. Remember, bites come a few times, kind of like a Rockra. He's just swiping at you. Typically going to be a 5-hit combo, ending with an overhead slam. If you have his back, he's got kick. If he smacks, he can create this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. You have a slight window. Put off damage, right? Back kick. Just be ready for it. Big turnaround. Anytime he does that, he's going to come at you quick. Just play to his moveset. Swipe, he's going to jump back. Right? He doesn't always dive after he does that, but he will a lot of the times. Swipe, dive, deflect. You see that? So that's typically what he'll be going with. 1, 2, 3. Usually, right after the second hit, it's not too bad to do a reflection, even if you're not good at them. It usually lines up. So. It's tight, but it's possible. 2, 3, 4. Now, when he does that 5-hit combo in phase 2, it's important to note the timing's different. Same combo, timing's different. If we can get that burn on him, that's what we're doing. Oh, he plagued us. Yep. So when he puts his claws into the ground like that, guys, It will hit you as he pulls it out. No, we about got him stagger broken, but while he's down, I want to make sure that we are in the moonlight. That way we get that big juicy damage. Now, I love doing our moonlight stuff, but if we can just lay on with blood attacks, we might be able to get that fire filtered out, right? They say it's really weak to burn. It takes a bit to build it up, but when you get it built up, it'll just, continuously slap itself. First, like I said, slight delay, it comes out quick. Yep, see that burn? It takes a lot. You see that? It takes a lot. Boom. And pulls it back. It's not quite. But if you can get it built up, it does quite well. Two, three, yeah. Jumps in. Come on, big boy. See how it says it's slightly different? Oh, you bitch. Fuck this out of it. Just stick with it. He's only doing like 5 things. It's not doing that many things, guys. It's just about learning something. The two bursts actually doing, guys, it's pretty much look identical, but slightly different. You can barely see it. You can, well, I realize we could cut impact as well. But you can barely see it, so that was more of a spin, but it looks very similar. That being said, they also do have different timers, so we'll watch out for that. More. Shactuka.
General!
Like I said, I was going to put that next episode as far as my notes, but we got to this point so quick, we might as well knock them out. Because then maybe we could just go longer next episode, fit in both side missions. So you have 2 side missions which wrap up this region. So with that being said, they can take a little bit. So I was going to do 1 per episode. But if we go a little bit longer to fit them both in the same episode, then we could just get this wrapped up and move on. So we're going to try. If not, we're almost there regardless, but it would make things a little bit easier. So as far as the story, you have a few things going on here. In fact, this is a huge revelation into what's truly happening, who truly set up Khazan. Because it was not Pavel, like you thought. Pavel was a good man. Pavel was always loyal to him. He thought it was Pavel. That's what he was told. Now you learn the truth. And it for me, it was a curveball.
General, it is so good to see you again. I prayed you had survived the Emperor's wrath.
I came here intentionally, sir. If I'd stayed in Vitellon, I would have been dead. General, there's something I must speak to you about. Please, listen carefully. Yes, my family's name was helpful at first, but I went to Osmar to ask his help in clearing your name. But it was all for nothing. They told me he was a traitor like you, and had already been executed. I regret to say I was in despair. You arrested and disgraced, Osmar executed. What hope was left? But then secret word came to me from someone who had seen Osmar alive. She knew him, and had once been his apprentice. She said Osmar was alive. I believed her. But then she died, suddenly and strangely, before she could reveal any more. After that, I started asking more questions, unafraid of the danger. If only I could discover the truth. The truth that Ozma's death was a lie, and that he must indeed still be alive. There was much risk, but finally, I found him. I saw him, General, alive, meeting in secret with the Emperor. Everything that has happened is part of Ozma's plan.
Like I said, pretty big curveball. Because I thought Ozma was killed. It was his best friend. To find out he was the one behind it.
You know me, General.
And there's more to it than that. Even
Would
goes
I
deeper
ever
than that.
dare
That's what I
lie
said
to
when they
you?
did the review. Like, oh, it's just a revenge tale. Like, no, it's not. There's much more going on here. And you guys will see that as it goes. There's much more going on.
For myself.
Netherworld, the chaos. Yeah, there's a
I
lot
must
going
go
on.
find Ozma.
Ozma! Why are you doing this?
The time has come.
Yeah, pretty crazy shit. So either way, if you are dual wield, next episode I will get you the crafting recipe for the armor set for that boss. But you need 6 of the pieces, right? Those rare ingredients that you get from taking out the boss. So, beast jawbone, you're gonna need 6 of these. That means you have to kill the boss at least 2 more times, because we will get you 3 of these in the side quest. I'll get you the recipe for that set in the side quest. But you're still going to be too short. So fight the boss 2 more times, or at the end of the next episode, you can buy them from Dungeon, but they're expensive as shit. So I will leave that up to you guys. But just to show you what it is, right over here, Beast Slayer's tool. It looks really dope. But looking over everything here, frontal assault damage increase of 10%. So attack from the front, you get 10% more damage. Anytime you do, deflect counter with blowback vengeance, you get 30% more stamina damage. That's really good for that, just for that one move. Then whirlwind does 15% more damage. After whirlwind, you get 20% more damage. So if I was to hit whirlwind, then I hit it again, because it's 1% damage per hit. But whirlwind's got like 8 hits, so you can hit whirlwind twice, so you get 20% more damage, right? Then whirlwind tempest is fucking awesome. Look at this. Boom. Yeah, it's God tier. I was really looking forward to using that too. That's why I was like, man, I don't want to go with the spear, but I know it's going to help people, because I wasn't intending on doing a recommended build whatsoever, right? I always do, but like I said, there's only 3 weapons in this game, so I never intended on it. With that being said, it does get really difficult, and
Now
if
you
we
are strong
don't, I
enough
don't
to
think
rebel
people are going to get the help they
What
need,
you require more soul stones
So let's go and
to
grab your
unlock more
upgrades.
effects.
Like I said, if you guys want to go and farm him up, feel free to do so. But we are going to get you most of the stuff you need for that set. You'll still be like 2 resources shots. You got to kill him 2 more times. I don't think that fight's like super difficult. I think it can give you some trouble, but me kind of letting you know how his moveset goes, how to play to that moveset, how to use fire, all those things should be tough. Should be helpful. I don't think he's going to be as tough as he typically is. So I did want to check, really. Okay, so we can't craft. We cannot craft unique just yet, but we could start to. Because look, I could trade a treated blade for keen blade. So it's going to take 25 treated blades to make 1 of these. So yeah, you're going to need to break down a lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff. I mean, if you start breaking down unique quality gear, you could start making unique quality stuff, right? But we're about to start finding you a bunch of that shit moving forward. Like, for instance, if I dismantled that, I don't know if that'll be enough. No, we'd have to get more. But pretty much, once you get all the resources you need, yes, you'll start being able to, craft that up. So it's not far off. You're looking at about an episode.
I've heard.
Yep, he's so rare too. As I said, typically by the very end of the second region. Very end of the second region. So with that, that was your main region. So I told you guys, that technically wraps it up. We just have some side content. So if you go over here, now you have access to your third region. And up there is the end of the game. So we're making really good progress at the time. Up, 50% of the way through it, guys. There's a lot going on. So with that being done, lastly, the only thing really to talk about is our upgrades. So we already got our soul stones. We'll go check vengeance points. You have 2 new spirits next episode. I know it's kind of been, well, El Ravnica was the last one, and before that it was a bit, but we have 20. It might be worth using. But we're getting 2 new spirits next episode, 1 from each side quest. Look at that. We're a third of the way through our damage increase. We already got stamina damage fully upgraded, so we're doing quite well. So, if you guys look at your map, you should have access to 2 new side quests, and you're going to need dialogue for both. So you have El Ravnica over here. This is going to be for Tristan. Why have you forsaken us? And then down here at Lenon Mines, you need to talk to Julian, escaping Lenon Mine, to help the rest of the people trapped. So that's what we're going to be focused on next episode. Now, I'm going to try to get them both in one episode, but like I said in our notes, it should take 2. But we had the boss to take out 2. That might give us enough time to try to push through both of them. Like I said, there's a little bit going on here. You guys will see how it plays out. But either way, 1-2 more episodes, then we are done with the first half of the game. So, as always, I hope the guide has been helpful. Hope you guys are enjoying it, and we will catch you back here shortly.